Sup everybody, Super Rayman McDizzle Drizzle McCringleberries back with another video. No, just joking. I'm Mark Wynn.
I'm Tina Gomez.
And we're
Team Anamex.
Team Anamex, in case you didn't know. That first part was just a joke based on an ArtTuber that we...
What ArtTuber?
A YouTuber that does... An artist on YouTube. We just recently found, and we...
Why you got... No. Just say an artist on YouTube.
An artist on YouTuber. An artist on YouTube.
Wait, I'm laughing. Let me calm down.
Okay.
Okay.
Get yourself together.
I'm good.
An artist on YouTube that we really enjoy.
She just hit 1 million subscribers!
1 million!
Congratulations!
Yeah. 1 million that we don't have. But you can subscribe to her right here. I'm not gonna have a breakdown. I'm not.
So, you want to learn how to self-publish in 8 minutes.
Well, it ain't gonna happen. Well, it won't happen in 8 minutes, but we're going to try and give you all the steps it takes to achieve that in 8 minutes. By the way, Super Saiyan Tina on deck.
So, step 1. Brainstorming ideas. What you like, what you're into, character design, names. We do... Where's the books? I hope you can keep that. Okay. And also deciding what genre you want to go with, what you want to be in. We do graphic novels, and we do novels, we do thrillers, and
action-packed graphic novel / manga.
So, what is this, Mark?
What are these, by the way?
Oh! Well, if you must know, this is the Gift of Fortune.
And this is Anamex Beastar.
And these are our self-published books.
Yes. Both of them, both series, are available on Amazon. Please buy them. Please buy them. Next step, I believe, is to make an outline. You want to outline your story. You want to make sure that everything makes sense. Because if it don't make sense, then it won't make sense.
And then they're going to ask you, does it make sense? And you're like, no, that don't make sense.
Right. And if it doesn't make sense to you, and doesn't make sense to your audience, then it's just not going to make sense. Does that make sense?
That makes sense.
That makes sense. Outlines, important. You have to figure out how your story is going to flow, have to figure out what's going to go where, figure out how it's going to end, how's it going to start, where's this going to come in. That's why you make an outline.
Structure.
Structure. The backbone to your story.
Alright.
Nice recovery. Because I was fumbling.
I know.
Stumbling. Bumbling.
So, next, you can get an agent. Nah. But you can if you want to. If you can afford getting an agent.
If this ain't your budget, in your price range, go ahead. They work for you. You know, they're here to bring you opportunities that you didn't already have. But, you know.
And make sure you do your research.
Right. Make sure you do your research.
But we personally cannot afford that. So we don't have an agent.
Right. So we do all of our, promotion and all our little things outside of the creation process on our own.
Right. So, storyboarding. Something I personally don't do all the time. But when I do it, it does come in handy. With storyboarding, it's pretty much just laying out scenes that you want to have. And don't be discouraged, you don't have to be an artist to do that. You can just sketch out shapes, or you can just write in the panel what you want to be there. Whatever helps you understand what you want that scene to be. Or a first draft.
First draft of your story is just you pretty much getting out all of your ideas based on your outline. It's going to be this big, long, possibly even overcomplicated story, but you just want to get out all your ideas, put it all down, and just so you see what you're working with so far.
And which brings us to a second draft, which you want to tighten those ideas. You want to get rid of things that you don't want there, or you're like, oh, you know what, that's not a good idea to
Or
me
that's
anymore.
stupid. And then you get rid of it, and then you figure out, I shouldn't have got rid of it, and now you need it back. But that's all part of the process.
Right.
Or you then tighten up the storyboard, which is basically the same thing. You're just deciding, I want this scene, I don't want this scene. Maybe I can make this scene better. Maybe I can fix this scene. Tightening up your storyboards and or your second drafts.
It's recording, right? Yes. I was scared for a second.
So next, let's talk about manuscript design. That is deciding like page numbers, where you want things to be placed, your margins,
Gutters, page bleeds,
deciding like what spacing that you want to have, your line spacing,
fonts.
also your title pages, like how you want that to look in your story. And this is an example of ours. In our graphic novel, this is one of the title covers that we have. Yep, all of that.
All the things that's going to give your manuscript or your interior of your book character.
Right.
What's going to separate it from other books? What's going to make it look a little special, a little different? There's a variety of different ways you can go about it, and you have to choose, all those things that you want to do. Or if you're working on a comic book, then you want to focus on your panel and layout design, which is what kind of panels do you have in there, how the panels are shaped, how things flow. Sometimes you might have things popping out.
Here's an example.
Whether or not you have full bleeds, how this comes always at the edge of the page. All those things are different ideas and techniques you can do to make your panels and layout designs special and unique to you.
This one is a big one and is extremely important to your story. Proofreading. We can't stress this enough. Proofreading is extremely important because you want to make sure everything's grammatically correct. You want to make sure that you spell everything correctly. We have a video on that if you want to go check that out. You want your audience to read your story and be like, oh wow, that was great, instead of hearing, oh man, there was a lot of errors in that book.
Every few paragraphs they're seeing errors, and the thing about being a self-published author is that a lot of times people are going to compare you to traditional publishers. So traditional publishers have their own editors, and they rarely have grammatical mistakes in their story. So you want to also be the same way because you're no lesser than traditional publishers.